Hi, we are now going to discuss about the arrays in a C programming. What is array? It is a collection of items stored at a contiguous memory location. That is an array, and all the collection of items will be of same data type, and all will share the same name, but it varies. We can access the data elements by its varying indexes. From the in the picture, you can see this is an array. 5 element can be stored into that array. It may be of any data type. Here in this picture, array of 0, it means this every array is group of memory locations. Every location will have the indexes. All will share the same name. Array by indexes we can access the element data stored into that location. Array of 0 means we can get the value stored in this location, in this cell. The data stored in this area can be accessed by using this array name and indexes. If suppose we want to access the element, fifth element, we have to give here array of 4. That is the fifth element because the index starts with a 0. First element will be stored in this place. Second element will be stored here. Third element, 4, 5 and 6. In this array, 6 elements can be stored. In this array, 5 elements will be stored. Normally, the array index starts with the value 0. Any type of element can be stored, any type of data can be stored. It might be integer, it might be float, or it might be double. All the elements will be of same type. If this array is of data type integer, here 6 elements, 6 data items of integer data type will be stored. Why do we need arrays? Normally, if more number of elements is to be used, if the number, if in a simple example program we have done, we have taken addition of 2 numbers, addition of 5 numbers. For a student, we are supposed to calculate the sum of the that is total marks. So the subjects will be maximum 5 or 6. It is also very less in number. If suppose the number increases, in such a case, for all individual variable is to be declared. To avoid that, we can use the same name but with varying indexes. Suppose if we want to find the sum of 100 numbers, 100 different numbers. That is, for example, let me give you an example. If suppose we want to find the total salary of 100 persons in an organization. 100 persons are working there in one organization. Total salary is to be calculated. How? For each and every employee there will be one salary. It is to be stored into one variable. So 100 different variables are to be declared. It is very difficult task. Instead, we can give the salary as a one variable with varying indexes. First 0 means the first employee. Of 1 means it's a second employee. Salary of 2 means salary for a third employee. This word salary can be used. Lot of advantages are there for using this arrays. Arrays can be declared in different forms. You can see here int a of 3. This is one method. Another method, we are going to see all these in detail. In different ways we can declare. The general form of a declaration of an array is data type followed by array name. In square bracket, the array size is to be given. You look at the example. Data type is integer. It might be of any primitive data type. Integer, float, character, anything might be given, double, and then followed by array name. Here it's similar to the variable name, but it determines the size. Number of values can be stored under the same name but with varying indexes. 5 data can be stored under the name marks but with various indexes. Marks of 0, marks of 1 up to marks of 4. Totally 5 elements can be stored but with the same name. That is more that will be more easier for us instead of defining 5 different variables. Next one is initialization. Elements can be initialized individually in a separate statement like this. This is one form of initialization, but it seems to be little difficult. Here marks is array name, then followed by the index value enclosed in square bracket, then equal to operator is normally used to initialize value, and the constant is given here. This is how the 5 elements can be placed in the memory in a sequence of memory location. This is an array. This is one way of initializing the C array. An example program is given here. Here I is initialized to 0, marks of 5, totally 5 elements we are going to store. We are initializing all the 5 values. Then using a single printf statement in the for loop statement, we can print all the values. Here for one dimensional, this array is called as a one dimensional array. One index is given, so that index value, instead of giving this 0 indexes separately, it can be the same thing. That is, our aim is to display the marks. Mark remains the same, so it is to be repeated for all the 5. You can see here in all 5 statements the mark is repeated, and the square opening and closing square brackets are repeated. Only thing is the index values are changing. So to generate that, to access that memory, we know how to generate these numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Using the for loop we can generate that number. So we use that for loop to generate that numbers, and that numbers can be will be substituted here in that position. For suppose for example, first I value will be 0. 0 is substituted here. Marks of 0 means it refers to the first memory location. The first marks of 0 value is 80. Percentage D means decimal integer stored in that particular value will be displayed here. Then loop continues. I is incremented, I becomes 1. It looks for marks of 1. The values data stored in that marks of 1 is 60. It is displayed. This is how for all the 5 elements is displayed. 5 elements ranges from 0 to 4. I hope you can understand this. And the declaration, initialization can be done along with the declaration itself, instead of specifying as a separate statement. So in a previous example, declaration is done here, then initialization is done individually. The both can be combined here in a single statement. It will be more simpler. Declaration is done at the same time. Initialization, all the values of that array can be listed in the set bracket, that is opening and closing braces, with the data separated by commas. And the example program is given here. We declare and initialize the value in the same for loop statement. We print, the output will be displayed one by one because the \n is given here. I hope you can understand. Thank you.